Manchester United's stubborn departure, Garnacho'S loan move to Chelsea and a rebuilding strategy. In a move that has taken much of the footballing world by surprise, Manchester United's manager, Ruben Amorim, has confirmed that Alejandro Garnacho is set to join Chelsea on a season-long loan. The deal, which comes after months of speculation surrounding the young winger's future, marks a major pivot in the club's postseason strategy. Following what can only be described as one of the most disastrous campaigns in modern club history, Amorim's decision to let go of one of United's most exciting prospects has sent shockwaves through both Old Trafford and Stamford Bridge. Garnacho, widely regarded as one of the most talented young players to emerge from United's ranks in recent years, has built a reputation for his pace, technical flair, and fearless approach to taking on defenders. Yet alongside his dazzling moments, he has also been known for a certain stubborn streak, a trait that, depending on perspective, is either evidence of his competitive spirit or a sign of immaturity. In the end, Amorim has decided that the best way for Garnacho to develop is outside Manchester, in the intense, tactically demanding environment of Chelsea under their own ambitious rebuild. This loan, along with the departures of Rasmus Højlund to AC Milan and Marcus Rashford to Barcelona, is not just a reshuffle. It is the opening act of what Amorim has framed as a fundamental reconstruction of the squad, a rebuild that aims to redefine what Manchester United stands for in the modern game. A season to forget. The 2024-25 season will go down in the club's history for all the wrong reasons. Despite starting the campaign with optimism after several high-profile signings and a pre-season that hinted at attacking promise, Manchester United's Premier League form collapsed spectacularly. The final league table told the stark truth: 16th place, narrowly avoiding relegation by just 4 points. Throughout the season, problems seemed to multiply rather than resolve. Injuries to key defenders left the backline in constant flux, tactical systems changed weekly, and player confidence visibly eroded. Even the Europa League, which many had hoped would provide a path to silverware and redemption, ended in heartbreak. The final, a tense, tactical battle against Tottenham Hotspur, was decided by a single moment, a late goal that handed Spurs a 1-0 win and left United's players in tears at the final whistle. For many supporters, that match crystallized the team's issues: a lack of clinical finishing, poor decision-making in key moments, and an inability to adapt tactically against high-level opposition. Critics argued that Amorim's preferred system never quite meshed with the players he inherited, while others pointed to deeper cultural and structural problems within the club. Garnacho, the brilliant rebel. Alejandro Garnacho's exit, albeit on loan, is emblematic of the tensions between talent and temperament at Old Trafford. At just 20 years old, the Argentine winger has already made a name for himself as one of the most direct and fearless attackers in the league. His ability to change games with a single burst of pace or a deft piece of skill has made him a fan favorite. Yet behind the excitement lies a more complicated story. Sources close to the club have spoken about Garnacho's occasional reluctance to follow tactical instructions, his preference for taking risks in situations that demand discipline, and his tendency to let emotions get the better of him during matches. While such traits are not unusual for young players, in a struggling side they can be magnified and even resented. Amorim addressed the decision head-on in a press conference. Garnacho is a talented player, but talent alone is not enough. Football at the highest level requires adaptability, discipline, and teamwork. We believe a season at Chelsea will give him a chance to refine these aspects of his game while competing at a very high level. For Chelsea, the deal is a calculated gamble, a chance to inject unpredictable creativity into their attack without committing to a permanent fee. For United, it is both a message and an opportunity. No player is bigger than the collective vision, and sometimes stepping away is the fastest route to growth. The other departures, Højlund and Rashford. The exits don't stop with Garnacho. Rasmus Højlund's loan to AC Milan is another notable development. Signed with great fanfare as a future leading striker, Højlund's time at United has been marred by inconsistency. Moments of promise, a few well-taken goals in Europe, flashes of intelligent movement, were overshadowed by long stretches of isolation in games and an inability to adapt to United's changing tactical shapes. In Serie A, Milan offers him a less chaotic environment and a league where patient build-up might better suit his style. Marcus Rashford's transfer to Barcelona, however, cuts deeper. Rashford is not just another player, he is a symbol of the club's modern era, a homegrown talent whose rise inspired fans. His departure feels like the closing of a chapter that began with youthful exuberance and moments of brilliance, including unforgettable goals in derby matches and European nights. Yet, Rashford's form has waned, and with United's need for a reset, the allure of Barcelona's project proved decisive. Amorim's vision, building a new identity. In the aftermath of the season's collapse, Ruben Amorim has been clear: the status quo is no longer acceptable. He has spoken repeatedly about building a squad that is cohesive, disciplined, and committed to a common cause. While individual brilliance is valued, it must be harnessed within a collective system. "We cannot be a team of moments," he said in one interview. "We have to be a team of consistency. Every player must understand their role and execute it. That is how you win in modern football." To that end, Amorim is pushing for targeted signings. The focus is on players who combine technical quality with a strong mentality, professionals who can adapt to different tactical setups and thrive under pressure. Early rumors link United with midfielders who can control tempo, defenders comfortable in both high lines and deep blocks, and forwards willing to press relentlessly. The challenge ahead. Rebuilding Manchester United is no small task. Beyond the tactical and technical issues lies the challenge of restoring belief among players, staff, and supporters. The club's history casts a long shadow, and every failure is amplified by comparisons to past glories. Amorim's job is not only to assemble a functional squad but also to craft a narrative of progress that fans can rally behind. The departures of Garnacho, Højlund, and Rashford strip the squad of familiar faces but also create space for new leaders to emerge. Younger players from the academy may see increased opportunities, while incoming transfers will have the chance to make an immediate impact. The key question is whether these moves will translate into results quickly enough to satisfy a fanbase weary of transitional promises. Patience will be required, but patience is a commodity in short supply at Old Trafford. Looking forward. As the summer transfer window intensifies, Manchester United finds itself at a crossroads. The loaning out of Garnacho to Chelsea could either be the catalyst for his maturation or the first step toward a permanent exit. Højlund's spell in Italy will test whether he can become the striker United envisioned. Rashford's absence will challenge the team's identity, forcing others to fill both a tactical and emotional void. For Amorim, the coming months are crucial. The signings he makes, the tactical clarity he provides, and the culture he instills will determine whether this rebuild is a turning point or just another chapter in a frustrating cycle. What is clear is that Manchester United is no longer clinging to the old guard or hesitating to make bold decisions. This is a club willing to take risks in pursuit of long-term stability and success. Whether those risks pay off remains to be seen, but for now, the message from Old Trafford is unmistakable: the rebuild is real, and no one is untouchable.